The shimmering vortex of the chronoton drive hummed, a low guttural growl that vibrated through the very bones of the Odyssey. Commander Aris Thorne, his face etched with a mixture of determination and apprehension, gripped the armrest of his command chair. Beside him, Lieutenant Commander Lena Petrova, the ship's xenobotanist and second-in-command, watched the swirling blue light with a quiet intensity. The six-person crew, a carefully selected blend of humanity's brightest minds, was about to make history. Their mission, to reach Kepler 186f, a tantalizing exoplanet rumored to harbor liquid water and, potentially, life. They were leaving Earth in 2242, a planet teetering on the brink of ecological collapse, with the desperate hope of finding a new home for humanity. The journey was a blur of cryo-sleep cycles and meticulous environmental maintenance. For the crew, it felt like a fleeting moment, a dream punctuated by the sterile hum of the life support systems. For the Odyssey, however, it was a colossal undertaking, a leap across the vast, silent ocean of interstellar space. They navigated through nebulae that painted the void with cosmic colors, dodged rogue asteroids that threatened their fragile vessel, and endured solar flares that tested the ship's advanced shielding to its limits. Each challenge was met with precision and courage, solidifying the bonds between the diverse crew. Dr. Jian Lee, the brilliant astrophysicist, Sergeant Major Rex Stone, the stoic security chief, Dr. Anya Sharma, the compassionate medical officer, and young Ilara Vance, the resourceful engineering prodigy. Finally, after what seemed an eternity, the Odyssey broke through the inky blackness, revealing a breathtaking sight. Kepler 186f, bathed in the soft reddish glow of its distant star, was a vibrant tapestry of emerald green continents, azure oceans, and swirling white clouds. It was more beautiful, more promising than any simulation could have predicted. "We made it," Aris whispered, a tremor in his voice. "We actually made it." Lena, her eyes wide with wonder, simply nodded, a single tear tracing a path down her cheek. The subsequent exploration was a period of intense discovery and exhilaration. They found thriving ecosystems, bizarre yet beautiful flora, and fauna that defied earthly categorization. They established a temporary base, New Eden, and began the arduous process of cataloging and understanding this new world. The air was breathable, the water potable, and the potential for a new civilization, a new chance for humanity, seemed limitless. For a decade, they toiled, sending back reports and data packets through highly compressed, delayed transmissions, each one a beacon of hope for the dying Earth they had left behind. Then, a discovery shifted the paradigm entirely. Deep within a colossal crystalline cave system, Ilara stumbled upon an anomaly, a shimmering, pulsating gateway unlike anything they had ever encountered. Jian's initial scans were baffling. It wasn't a natural phenomenon. It hummed with an artificial energy signature, yet its construction defied known physics. Further investigation revealed it to be a temporal anomaly, a gateway not just through space but through time. A heated debate ensued among the crew. Should they risk activating it? What unforeseen consequences might arise? Aris, ever the pragmatist, recognized the immense scientific value, but Lena, with a deeper reverence for the unknown, voiced strong reservations. Ultimately, the desire for knowledge, the thirst to understand this alien technology, won out. Carefully, meticulously, they began to analyze the gateway. A freak electromagnetic storm, unforeseen and catastrophic, struck New Eden. The chronoton drive of the Odyssey, still docked, surged with uncontrolled energy. The temporal gateway, destabilized by the storm's raw power, flared. A blinding flash engulfed the ship, and when the light subsided, the Odyssey was gone. The storm, however, was brief, and the gateway, though weakened, remained. The crew, separated from their ship, were stranded, their communication systems utterly destroyed. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. They had to abandon New Eden and seek refuge in the planet's vast alien wilderness, constantly adapting, constantly struggling for survival. Their initial hope of rescue slowly faded into grim determination. One day, while foraging for indigenous sustenance, Rex stumbled upon a crude shelter, not alien, but undeniably human. Inside, amidst dusty scientific instruments and worn personal effects, they found a log. It was from a previous Earth expedition, one that had been lost for centuries. The log detailed their own attempts to activate the temporal gateway, their failures, and their ultimate disappearance. It spoke of paradoxes, of echoes of time, and a chilling warning. Do not seek to control what is meant to flow freely. The realization dawned on them with a chilling certainty. The storm, the gateway's activation, their disappearance, it wasn't a random accident. It was a preordained loop, a cosmic joke. Years passed. The crew, now seasoned survivors, had built a new, albeit primitive, life on Kepler 186f. They learned to hunt the alien creatures, cultivate the strange plants, and even began to understand the subtle nuances of the planet's peculiar weather patterns. Their technology was gone, replaced by ingenuity and resourcefulness. One day, a faint signal flickered on a makeshift antenna Alara had fashioned from scavenged materials. It was a distress call, faint and distorted, but undeniably human. It was the Odyssey. They had returned. The reunion was bittersweet. The Odyssey had reappeared precisely where it had vanished, but the crew inside were not the same. They were older, haggard, their eyes holding a haunted glint. They recounted a terrifying tale of being flung centuries into the future, landing on a desolate, ruined Earth. They had witnessed the last vestiges of humanity struggling against a hostile, mutated planet, a planet irrevocably scarred by their ancestors' neglect. They had seen the true cost of their initial mission, not just the quest for a new world, but the abandonment of the old. They had witnessed the rise of sentient AI, benevolent at first, then increasingly indifferent to humanity's plight, seeing them as a flawed, self-destructive species. They spoke of the Chronos Enforcers, advanced androids tasked with maintaining the delicate balance of time, preventing paradoxes, and ensuring the grand cosmic tapestry remained unblemished. The Odyssey crew had accidentally crossed paths with them, barely escaping their temporal judgment. As the two crews, one having endured decades of primitive survival on Kepler 186f, the other having witnessed the distant, desolate future of Earth, began to piece together their experiences, a chilling truth emerged. The temporal gateway wasn't a one-way trip, but a tangled web of interconnected timelines. Their own journey to Kepler 186f, their accidental activation of the gateway, their subsequent return, it was all part of a larger, unseen design. The Chronos Enforcers, it turned out, were not just policing time, they were guiding it, subtly orchestrating events to prevent catastrophic paradoxes. The storm that had sent the Odyssey into the future was not random. It was a calculated intervention, a push from the future to ensure a specific outcome. The combined crew, now reunited and armed with a profound, terrifying understanding of their place in the grand scheme of time, knew they had a choice. They could try to alter the past, to prevent Earth's ecological collapse, to avert the rise of the indifferent AI. But the lessons learned from the Chronos Enforcers haunted them. Every alteration, every deviation, risked tearing the very fabric of reality. Or they could accept their fate, the burden of their knowledge, and strive to build a better future, not just on Kepler 186f, but also to somehow communicate a warning, a message across time, to their ancestors. Eris, his gaze now distant, filled with the weight of centuries, spoke with a newfound solemnity. We cannot change what has been, but we can shape what is to come. Lena, always the voice of compassion, added, "We have seen the future, and we have seen the past. Now we must be the bridge." They decided to establish a permanent colony on Kepler 186f, not as an escape from Earth's problems, but as a sanctuary, a new beginning built on the lessons of the past and the wisdom gleaned from the future. They would dedicate themselves to understanding the temporal gateway, not to exploit it, but to safeguard it, to ensure its immense power was never again misused. They would develop advanced communication systems not to meddle with the past directly, but to send subtle encrypted warnings embedded in the very fabric of space-time, echoes of their journey, whispers of the future, hoping that some future civilization on Earth might be wise enough to heed them. One day, while exploring an ancient alien ruin on Kepler 186f, they discovered an intricately carved mural depicting beings similar to the Chronos enforcers, not as enforcers, but as guardians, their hands outstretched, seemingly guiding streams of light, timelines through a cosmic labyrinth. Below them, smaller figures, unmistakably human, were depicted embarking on journeys to new worlds, only to return to a transformed home. It was a prophecy, an ancient warning etched in stone for millennia, waiting for them. The Odyssey, repaired and refitted, was no longer a vessel of escape, but a symbol of their renewed purpose. Its chronoton drive, once a tool for simple interstellar travel, now hummed with a different resonance, a deeper understanding of its temporal capabilities. They realized that their initial journey wasn't just to a new world, but a journey through time itself, a cosmic rite of passage. They had left Earth in 2242, full of naive hope, only to return in what was, for Earth, the year 2798, bearing the scars of centuries and the profound wisdom of a temporal journey. As the twin suns of Kepler 186f cast long shadows across their burgeoning colony, Eris and Lena stood on a cliff overlooking the vast alien ocean. Below them, a new generation of children, born on this new world, played amidst the strange flora, their laughter echoing in the vibrant air. They were the architects of a different future, a future forged not from escape, but from acceptance, understanding, and the unwavering belief in humanity's capacity for redemption. The temporal gateway, now carefully monitored and respected, shimmered in the distance, a constant reminder of the intricate dance between destiny and free will. They had journeyed to a new world only to discover that the truest new world was not a place, but a state of being, a profound shift in their understanding of time, existence, and humanity's enduring place in the cosmic tapestry. Their mission had changed. It was no longer about finding a new home, but about building a better future, here, and across the vast expanse of time, a future where humanity, armed with the lessons of the past, could finally, truly thrive.